Pola Negri was one of the most prominent female stars during the golden age of Hollywood, famous for her exotic appearance and alluring charisma. She exuded an enigmatic aura that helped her conceal her off-screen controversies. Behind her glamorous facade, there were tales of her passionate romantic relationships and tumultuous personal life. After a series of disappointing romantic encounters, Pola Negri finally found a man who could satisfy her insatiable appetite, the legendary great lover, Rudolph Valentino. But while Valentino's reputation as a seducer preceded him, his career was in a downward spiral. His once blazing star had dimmed, and he hadn't tasted success in years. On top of that, he was reeling from a vicious and tumultuous divorce. Little did Valentino know that dating one of Hollywood's most alluring stars would throw him into a maelstrom of drama and intrigue. Pola Negri was a woman of fire and passion, and their tempestuous affair would lead to unexpected consequences, both in their personal lives and their careers. The sparks that flew between them would ignite a flame that would burn hot and bright, but threaten to consume them both in its destructive path. The first meeting between them at the costume party was electric, with their eyes locking from across the room. They were drawn to each other like moths to a flame, and the attraction was instant and all-consuming. In her memoirs, Negri described Valentino as passionately overpowering, and their chemistry was undeniable. Their relationship was not just a simple fling. Both Negri and Valentino were struggling with their careers at the time, with Hollywood shifting towards a new type of actress. Negri, a former vamp, was struggling to stay relevant in the face of fresh-faced ingenues like Clara Bow. Valentino, on the other hand, was dealing with a slump in his career and needed a boost. Their relationship was a way for both of them to stay in the public eye and remain relevant in the industry. Valentino went all out to woo Negri, covering his bed in rose petals for a night of intense passion that left her breathless. But their love affair was not without its challenges. Negri eventually made the difficult decision to return to Germany for 4 months to revive her career. Valentino was left wondering about their future together, unsure if their love could withstand the distance and the pressures of their respective careers. As they said their goodbyes, their hearts were heavy with the weight of their love and the uncertainty of their future. Would their love stand the test of time, or would they be torn apart by the harsh realities of their careers and the distance between them? Only time would tell. Negri returned to Hollywood in 1926 following her trip to Germany to resurrect her career, and unfortunately their relationship was doomed to a heartbreaking end. In August of the same year, Valentino suddenly collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital for surgery, and doctors initially had a hopeful prognosis. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse, and Valentino tragically died at the young age of 31 due to a perforated ulcer. When Negri received the news of Valentino's passing, she was devastated. She reportedly collapsed in her hotel room, unable to process the news. The rest of the world also mourned the loss of the beloved actor, at least initially. However, as time passed, Negri became the subject of rumours and gossip. Some accused her of using Valentino's death as a way to gain publicity, and others claimed that she had caused his death. Negri was heartbroken and devastated by these rumours, which only added to her grief and pain. Valentino's sudden death caused a wave of hysteria and grief that swept across the country, leaving his fans shattered and inconsolable. His funeral in New York became a magnet for the mourning masses, who flooded the streets in their thousands, desperate to pay their final respects to the silver screen legend. Among those who arrived to pay their respects was Negri, who had flown in from Hollywood to attend the service. However, her actions at the funeral would be forever etched in the minds of the horrified fans who witnessed them. As Valentino's coffin was lowered into the ground, Negri's behaviour became increasingly erratic and bizarre. She wailed and sobbed theatrically, clutching her chest and falling to her knees in a show of exaggerated grief. In a desperate bid to make the day all about her, she even claimed that Valentino had proposed to her, a claim that was met with scepticism and disgust by those in attendance. But the pièce de résistance of Negri's attention-seeking behaviour was yet to come. As the service drew to a close, she demanded that an enormous flower arrangement be placed on Valentino's coffin. But this was no ordinary tribute. The arrangement spelled out her name in huge, ostentatious letters, Pola. The fans watched in stunned silence as Negri's shameless self-promotion reached new heights. Her actions sparked a firestorm of controversy and outrage, with many fans and critics accusing her of exploiting Valentino's death for her own personal gain. For a grieving nation still to come to terms with the loss of one of its brightest stars, Negri's behaviour was a cruel and callous insult that only served to deepen the wounds of those who loved and adored Valentino. Click here to watch this video next.